Civil society can play a role in operationalizing the responsibility to protect in a number of ways. Um, First of all, they can address ground concerns like problems of internal displacement due to armed conflict. They can also provide services, relief and rehabilitation services for internally displaced persons, as well as help build capacities for the protection of civilians. They can help raise consciousness about the responsibility to protect, to promote, popularize this concept, make it more understandable to the general public. They can help shape policies, including the crafting of legislation relevant to civilian protection. And last but not least, they can serve as watchdogs over both the state and non-state armed groups. In other words, the arms bearers who are most likely to commit abuses and serious crimes like war crimes, genocide, ethnic cleansing, and crimes against humanity, which are precisely what is sought to be protected, to protect the people from. Definitely, because you see in that armed conflict in Mindanao some elements of war crimes or crimes against humanity. That is an ethnic conflict where sometimes charges of genocide and ethnic cleansing, especially against the Moro or Muslim population, have been raised in the past or even the recent past. One of the biggest problems there, which I had already mentioned earlier, is internal displacement. The Philippines had the highest level of internal displacement in 2008, reaching more than 600,000 internally displaced persons because of the major hostilities between the government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front from August 2008. Serious cases of internal displacement would ordinarily be characterized as war crimes. Well, civil society should definitely engage with its own government, and beyond that with international or regional organizations or associations like ASEAN in the case of Southeast Asia. They can engage in such constructive ways like dialogue and providing whatever assistance both in the shaping of policy at the national level, and then also addressing the concerns on the ground, like relief and rehab when that becomes necessary. They should actually be engaging government more so as to help push governments to become more serious in acting on its responsibility to protect. Because of their close relationship with local communities, especially those affected by armed conflict, they often become the voices of these communities in dealing with higher authorities. This has to be done, and they have to do this because sometimes government itself would not be always disposed to act on its responsibility to protect when, for example, certain military operations are more important to it, or counterinsurgency are more important to it than the protection of civilians affected by those operations. And in situations like that, civil society often has to take stronger approaches, such as in terms of monitoring the contending armed forces, both on the government and the rebel side, and condemning or even initiating some legal action against the more serious violations.